What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we are going to check out the best of the best for Terrakion, Virizion, Cobalion, and Pokemon Go to see what Sacred Sword does to those Pokemon. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how are you guys feeling about the Swords of Justice? Because I do hope today's video is going to change your mind just a little bit, ever so slightly, because when I was looking into this Pokemon, it was quite a refreshing scene that we did see. So what we're gonna do today is check out Virizion, Terrakion, Cobalion. How are they going to stack up against themselves with the new Sacred Sword move for those that did get added on, because just remember, Virizion and Terrakion have not had access to this move before this time. And then also, we're gonna check out Cobalion and see where do they sit as a meta raid attacker. Are any of them gonna be making their way into the top spot? And I'm gonna give you a hint, there is gonna be one that's gonna be making a really big splash into the meta attackers, which is really cool, number one. And then number two, we're gonna check out Go Battle League to see where these Pokemon sit and are they gonna be worth your time and resources to raid for them, try to get good IVs, or even get the 296 XL candy to max it all the way to level 50. So let's check out the stats of the Pokemon before we start analyzing. We do have Virizion, that's gonna be number one. Virizion is gonna be a grass and a fighting type Pokemon. This Pokemon is going to be single resistant to Fairy, Fire, Ice, Poison, as well as Psychic, and it's gonna have a single resistant to Dark, Electric, Grass, Ground, Rock, as well as Water. This Pokemon is gonna max out at 3417. Same exact stats as Cobalion that we're gonna check out here in a second. It's gonna have an attack of 192 that's gonna be ranked 334, a defense of 229 that's actually gonna be ranked 52, and a stamina of 209 that's gonna be ranked 141. And then onto Cobalion, it has the exact same stats as this one, 3417 as far as its max CP. It is gonna be a combination of different steel typing with the fighting typing. With its combination, it's gonna be weak to only three things, which is gonna be fighting, fire, and ground. It's gonna have a double resistance to bug, poison, and rock. And it's gonna have single resistance to dark, dragon, normal, ice, grass, as well as steel. So that Pokemon has great stacked up advantages for its typing. And then we have the Terrakion. Max CP is gonna be 4181 on this Pokemon. An attack of 260, that's gonna be ranked 81. A defense of 192, that's gonna be ranked 179. And a stamina that's gonna be 209, ranked 141. This one is going to be a rock and a fighting type Pokemon. And it's gonna be weak to Fairy, Fighting, Ground, Grass, Psychic, Steel, as well as Water. And it's going to have the resistance of Bug, Dark, Fire, Normal, Poison, as well as Rock. So those are gonna be the stats and what the resistances and the vulnerabilities are of those Pokemon. So just to put into perspective to see where you guys are at and kind of give you perspective of where their stats also stack up as well, which now is gonna lead us into comparing them against themselves with the new moveset of Sacred Sword. So, with all that said, guys, I hope you're ready. Let's start off with each of the attackers. We're gonna start off with Virizion with DPS times TDO as our measurement, which is gonna be damage per second in combination with total damage output. DPS, or damage per second, is gonna be how effective it's gonna hit with one move, and then we're gonna have the TDO, which is gonna be total damage output over the lifespan of the Pokemon. How is that Pokemon going to do for itself? So we have to average those to get the best, so let's start off with Virizion. Best of the best. How does Sacred Sword stack up with it? So Virizion does not get a fighting fast move. Neither does Terrakion, neither does Cobalion. So just to put that in there. So Virizion, best attack overall is gonna be Quick Attack combined with Sacred Sword at 1403. Then Zen Headbutt, Sacred Sword, 989. And then we have Quick Attack Leaf Blade, 913. Zen Headbutt, Leaf Blade, 727. And then we can go down to close combat, but look at how much better Sacred Sword is on these Pokemon for meta attackers. It's like tripling the strength of these Pokemon, because Quick Attack Close Combat is 464 in comparison to 1403 all the way at the top. And just remember, it does get Stone Edge as well. So as far as Virizion goes, guys, it does look like Sacred Sword is multiplying it by 3. But just remember, if you have watched any of my other best of the best videos, if you guys do want to check out the playlist up here, it's definitely worth your time to check out for Pokemon that you may be considering powering up. Because just think about it, our best attackers, if you watch my video before, are averagely about 2,500. This one's gonna be about 1,400, so I'm just gonna put that into perspective of what actually starts to make the top charts for non-megas and non-shadows. If we look at shadows and megas, shadows are in the range of about 3,000 to about 6,000 to 8,000 that are gonna be the most effective. And then once we get into the megas range from about 4,000 to 5,000 and all the way up until the top one, which is over 15,000. So, putting that into perspective, now let's check out Cobalion next, which has had Sacred Sword, but let's analyze it anyway. We do have Metal Claw and Sacred Sword, 1575. Zen Headbutt, Sacred Sword, 989. Such a difference right there with the stab bonus on that Pokemon. We have the Metal Claw Iron Head, 669. Metal Claw Close Combat, 654. Metal Claw Stone Edge, 480, and then we have Zen Headbutt in combination that goes down from the 300s. So once again, this Pokemon is a little bit better, but if you look at these Pokemon's movesets, although this Pokemon, Cobalion, doesn't have the best quick moves, it's a little bit more geared towards PvP type, and then we also have the Virizion that definitely has now Sacred Sword and Leaf Blade that could be quite effective in the Go Battle League. But with that said, let's check out the last Pokemon, because remember, I did promise you in the beginning of the video that we were gonna have one that is going to shake the charts, Terrakion. Where's it gonna sit as far as its best moves, and how does Sacred Sword do for it? Terrakion, Smackdown, Sacred Sword, 3,446. Guys, you heard that right, 3,446 on that Pokemon. Remember what I said, 2,500 and up starts to make the top charts for the meta attackers, non-shadow and non-mega. I can't wait to see where this Pokemon sits, but let's continue. Zen Headbutt and Sacred Sword is gonna be 2,685. Smackdown Rock Slide, 1953. Smackdown Close Combat, 1559. Smackdown Earthquake, 1392. Then we have the Zen Headbutts, 1300 and down. So now that we do know where those Pokemon stack up against each other, let's check out to see where they're gonna stack up in the best of the best for the fighting type category. Obviously, as you can see, for steel typing, it's not quite stacking up for the Cobalion. For the grass, it's not stacking up at about 1400. And then for the Terrakion, for the rock category, it's okay. But the now fighting category is really high up there at the 3,400 plus DPS times TDO. So if we're gonna check out fighting, you wanna see, obviously we cannot use an all fighting quick and charge move because none of them do have the fighting quick move. So sitting at the top, we have Mega Mewtwo with Confusion and Focus Blast, Mega Mewtwo X 9631. Then we have Mega Lucario, not out yet. Mega Heracross, also not out yet. Blaziken, Gallade, not out yet. But look at the #1 spot, Terrakion, Smackdown Sacred Sword 3,446. My goodness gracious, we have a new Pokemon sitting at the top. It's now above the Shadow Pokemon. My goodness, above the Shadow Pokemon. Wow, this is crazy. So this Pokemon is now the #1 fighting category Pokemon, even against fighting double moved Pokemon. Because if we look at the all fighting Pokemon, even if we're checking out Shadow Machamp, counter Dynamic Punch at 3,330, and then Lucario counters Aura Sphere at 2,480. So although it's not getting that stab bonus for the quick move, the Sacred Sword moveset is making up for it. So let's continue. Shadow Machamp coming in next, counter Dynamic Punch, 3,330. So it's 100 and basically 10 points below the Terrakion. Then we have Urshifu, which is gonna be the Rapid Strike style and the Single Strike style that are coming in next at 2,935. Then we have Shadow Hariyama at 2,791. Then on the next page, we're gonna have Mega Lopunny, Lucario in there at 2,480. Conkeldurr in there, way down there, 2,401. Machamp, Hawlucha, and then we have Cobalion in there with the Metal Claw and Sacred Sword at 1,575, which is gonna be the 19th spot. Oh my goodness, guys. Does that not blow your mind? Because it completely blew my mind. We now have the Terrakion, #1 spot in Pokemon Go for the fighting type attacker above Lucario, above Shadow Machamp. Wow, that is really impressive. That moveset just blew my mind. I did not expect it to get that good. So for me, do I suggest now Terrakion is my #1 hunted Pokemon? I want that 296 Exo Candy to at least have the ability to rank up 1 for a meta raid attacker, because just remember, when the Megas do come out, they're also gonna be boosting this Pokemon as well, so it's definitely gonna be a great Pokemon to have in your inventory. And Sacred Sword gets off so many so fast, it's gonna do a ton of damage when you are raiding. I'm actually really excited now to raid this specific Pokemon. So next, Go Battle League. Where are these Pokemon gonna stack up? Let's check it out. As far as the Master League, let's start with Terrakion, being that it's the best from the meta attackers. We have 55 in the Uncapped Master League, 57 in the regular Master League Classic. With the moveset of Smackdown, the now, which is gonna be a legacy move, Sacred Sword, because after this, you're not gonna be able to get this Pokemon with the moveset. You're gonna have to Elite TM into it, and Rock Slide. So that Pokemon does get quick charging moves, and it's definitely gonna do some damage, but make sure to check it out, because if it doesn't fit into your party, it just doesn't fit out. But if you're already maxing one out for the meta raid attackers, guys, you already have one for the Go Battle League, rank 55, so that's a plus. So now let's check out the other two. We have Virizion in Ultra League, rank 114, so not the best, with the moveset of Quick Attack, Leaf Blade, as well as Sacred Sword. In the regular Master League, it's gonna be ranked 110, but in the Classic Master League, it's gonna be ranked 64, so it's actually doing pretty good. So you don't even need to max this one to 296 XL Candy, is all you have to do is catch a good one, a really good one, and power it up to level 40, and you'll be at its best placing in the Pokemon Go Master League. So that's a plus for you, which now leads us with Cobalion. Where's that one gonna stack up, since it already does have this move, so most of us should know, but let's check it out anyway. In the Ultra League, it's gonna be ranked 155. In the Master League, regular, it's gonna be ranked 61 as an XL Candy with the moveset of Metal Claw, Sacred Sword, as well as Stone Edge. And then in the Classic, it's gonna be ranked 72. So this Pokemon, also better though, in the Master League Uncapped, 296 XL Candy. I don't know if you're really wanting to go all the way out because it's not also a dual functioned attacker as well. So it doesn't really do that well. It will show up, it does have a lot of resistances, but as far as its output and damage, it doesn't quite do it. But Terrakion impressed me. I would say you might even consider powering up 1 or 2 or 3 all the way to level 40. I already have a 100% IV and a shiny at level 40, so man, I think that hundo, I'm gonna raid for this one. 296 XL Candy is gonna be the goal. Remember to save these Pokemon for Shinx Calm Day as well, because you're gonna get 4 times the likelihood of XL Candy for them that you do not raid for. Something like a Darkrai that I've raided quite extensive for. I may be willing to let some of those Pokemon go premature of Shinx Day to be able to save some of these so I don't have to raid quite as much. Also trade them once per day to get that extra XL Candy over the 100 kilometers, and it's gonna help you stack up. But guys, at least 296 XL Candy for the Terrakion, being that it's at the 3,400 mark above the Shadow Machamp, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So now, what do you guys think? Where are you at? What are you gonna do? Drop in the comments and let me know. I appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.